This is Meet the Pressers.
Hello, this is Klint Macro, founder of the Trigger Pressers Union and co-host of Meet the Pressers with Matt Mallory and me. What I want to show you today is the med kit by Mountain Man Medical. As we look inside of this med kit, it has a lot of the things that you would want to have for a trauma kit that you might have on your person for training, but also in case you need to patch up a family member. Part of our job as a family first responder is not only to protect our family, but also to offer medical treatment if for some reason they might need it. So in here we have a tourniquet. I would recommend as soon as you get this kit that you take the tourniquet out of the packaging. This is a cat tourniquet. The cat tourniquet is one of the very tried, trusted, and true types of tourniquets that the military has used for many years overseas. Typically, I would recommend a cat tourniquet or perhaps a soft T tourniquet. Either one of those have a lot of track record that we can fall back upon as being very reliable. And you want to open it up so that it's large. This way it's easier to deploy if we have to put it on. Also inside of here is a pair of shears. For some of those wounds that we might need to put a bandage directly onto skin, we don't want to make matters worse by pulling out a pocket knife and maybe causing a bigger problem than what we had. So a pair of shears or a safety cutter would be something that I would include inside of a kit. Also in this kit, they have an ace bandage, which is very useful. You can use this for many things, from wrapping up a sprain to making a splint, or even to hold down a bandage and add some compression if there's bleeding. There are some small packets of gauze that can be used to stuff a wound. Rubber gloves here that are neatly packaged. Don't forget your own personal protection equipment. We want to avoid those blood-borne pathogens. And then a Sharpie that you can use to put times or other information on the patient that might be useful to those responding EMS that are on their way. In here we also have a quick clot dressing. This has chemicals in it that promotes clotting, so you might want to put this on a wound and then wrap it up, and it'll help that clotting to start. There's also a 4-inch trauma bandage, compression bandage that can be used. This would need to go on to skin. We have a Swat Tourniquet. Swat Tourniquet's like a big rubber band. It's a very good secondary tourniquet. Not as easy or as efficient to deploy as, say, the cat tourniquet, but definitely a great secondary. It also can be used to make splinting, to tie up an arm, whatever. I actually keep one of these because my son has very small arms, and this cat tourniquet might not apply on him as efficiently as this one would. So if you have children, you might consider having a Swat tourniquet in your pack as well. Having both of these in the same kit is a pretty cool thing. I think it's awesome that Mountain Man Medical included both of them in. And then lastly, we have the chest seals. Chest seals are purpose-built for what's called a sucking chest wound. And if there's a hole in the chest, air is going to be getting in there that will ultimately collapse the lung and maybe push the guts to one side and cause heart attacks and all kinds of terrible things. The chest seals essentially act like a sticker, but they have a valve on them, and they allow air to escape but not to come in. And of course, there's two of them here, weighing the plausibility principle, meaning anything's possible, but some things are more probable. If you were on the range training where you were using full metal jackets, the likelihood of there being an entry wound and an exit wound is there. So I recommend having two on you, especially in the training environment. Gunshot wounds on the range are very, very rare. However, when they do happen, often they revolve around some type of holster work. So make sure you're presenting from a holster in a very safe and prudent way. Make sure you're getting that gun clear of the holster before you orient and extend through the ready position to get the gun parallel into your line of sight. Also, when reholstering, make sure that you take the time to slowly and reluctantly watch the gun go back into the holster. There is no prize for putting the gun back into the holster quickly. So I think it's important to have this equipment available to you as a family first responder for that worst case scenario, but it's not a bad idea to have this with you at the range as well. If you'd like more information on developing an emergency plan for the range, I recommend checking out my article on Personal Defense Network. So until next time, this is Klint Macro of the Trigger Pressers Union and co-host of Meet the Pressers with Matt Mallory and me. Check out my website, triggerpressersunion.com, for more information, more videos, Check out our show on YouTube. Meet the Pressers is a safe place for trigger pressers to congregate and fellowship. Take a look at all the episodes we have. We just put out episode number 30 for season 2. We had 50 episodes in season 1. We're blessed with how many excellent guests that we've had on the show. So check it out. In the meantime, check out Mountain Man Medical. Pick up a med kit, put it in your car, put it in your range bag, or carry some of this equipment on you in your everyday carry. Stay armed, stay safe, and be well regulated.
Meet the Pressers.